Hey there! In case you're new to the channel, or you just forgot whose video you clicked on, my name is Tube Dweller, and welcome to a new game on this channel called Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, before I start this game, I do have to say, this game does have some serious, disturbing content in it. It may not look like it. Trust me, it does. If you are at all sensitive to this kind of stuff, if you have problems with scenes, with depression or anxiety, you do not want to watch this game, okay? Just trust me on that. Or if you can get easily disturbed, there's gonna be different blood things and stuff like that. Just please don't watch it if you're at all easily disturbed. But besides that fact, this game, it's like a visual novel type game, and I've seen it before. I've seen a lot of it before, so I'm sorry if I'm not giving you my first impressions on it. But I wanted to play it through, and I wanted to see if there's some different a different playthrough I can get than the people I watched play it. So we're starting off, and I can't really do girl voices well. But let's try it. So I guess hey! That's gonna be a horrible voice to do. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Joshua. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Joshua, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Same. Not really. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Also, I'm sorry if my girls' voices are bad. I'm not a girl, and my voice isn't exactly prepared for higher voices or anything like that. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Same. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. There's also a history button, so I can see if I missed anything. She's vice president of the literature club. Okay, so that's where I am. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! I'm sorry, I know my voice is so bad at this, but I had to play this game and I have to voice act it because I love this voice acting. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Not the first time I've said those words. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Oh, welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere! Ah, Joshua, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club just is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. No, that was my version. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki. My parents are watching a very loud movie, I'm sorry. Is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Oh yeah, go away to assume. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly. Oh. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Joshua. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Oh, the dreaded you too. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come sit down, Joshua. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey! I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Who do I sit next to? Oh boy. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Real quick, I'm sorry if you guys can hear booming bass or something. My parents are watching some movie and they just got this new speaker system and it's like it's really loud. So I apologize if you can hear it. You probably can't though because my mic isn't that good. Okay, anyway. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Oh, I don't even get a choice. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Boom, called it. Anyway, not the icing part, talking with her mouth full. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. The tension can be cut with a dull knife. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down and... The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you. No, you, dummy. Alright. And give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Excuse me. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. See, I'm just changing the pitch really. Okay. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival, ooh, what festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Oh gosh, that's gonna be so hard to do. Why did I do this? Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Yeah, I saw that. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Me. No. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Why does it look like you have vampire fangs? Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Joshua, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. No, not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Oh, I was blinded by the sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? This sounds foreshadowy. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. I'm sorry I'm changing your voice so much, but I have to get comfortable in this. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror! Oh? Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Clearly, she wants me. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? Yeah, neither am I, because I freaking just joined the literature club. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm actually gonna check. I want to make sure I'm actually recording my microphone audio. Okay, yeah, so I'm back. I don't know how much my recording just cut out, so I don't know how much you guys actually heard. But basically, I'm just gonna recap it in case. I went out to check my microphone is recording, so that's good. And it said there was some file and had a bunch of code and stuff like that. It was called traceback. I don't know what it does because I couldn't tell anything in there. But anyway, we're gonna get back to this now. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and have some... No, anyway. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. No, that's... Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah! Let's do it. Sorry, I might have squealed a little bit there like Natsuki. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Joshua? Hey, wait, can I want to do something real quick. Forgive if you can see my recording thing real quick. Just give me 1 second. Whoa, wait. Oh, it's solid now that I've got the little text box off. I don't know. I don't even know if you guys can see that. Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at. And, I lose my train of thought. Oh gosh, they do not look happy. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Joshua? You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. Curses! Why did I have to get to the club with the cute girls? I must forge on. How am I supposed to make a clear decision when it's like this? But I must. The anime club full of the... what's his name? It's Hifumi Yamada? Hifumi Yamada. With Hifumi everywhere. And if you guys don't get that reference, too bad. Look him up. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided that. I'll join the literature club. But not for the literature. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super upset. Then that makes it official. Oh, Monika's is the roughest to do right now. I'm sorry. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. You mean a high note? Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more, dramatically. Joshua, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. No. Yeah, okay. I see what... I know what you mean. I got you. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? Probably not. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. No, it's probably just that bad milk you had with your cereal this morning. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Joshua, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! And we're back home. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Which one do I want to win as my prize? Sayori, my best friend with the pink hair. Natsuki, my not best friend, the young child with the pink hair. Yuri, the deep, mysterious girl with the purplish black hair. And of course, Monika, the leader and most popular one. Will I really be happy spending every day after school with these beautiful... in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. But we can't choose Monika for some reason. Okay, so... I don't really like Yuri that much. And Sayori's okay. But when I saw the game before... I saw them go with Sayori. So I'm going to go with Natsuki. Cute words. Candy. Yay. Skirt. Yeah. Okay. Lust. No. Kitty. That's a cute word. That's a cute word. Marshmallow. Fluffy. Rainbow. No! Dang it. No. Kawaii. Swimsuit. Okay, they all kind of jumped a little bit. Anime, I believe, would be her, because manga. Papa. Whoa. That was a total guess, but it worked. Effulgent. No. Nibble. That's a cute word. Laugh. No, dang it, that's 2. It's 2. Disown. Okay, I'm sorry, I just want to see who that was. Anyway. Broken embrace. Twirl. I'm sorry, I'll stop experimenting now. Sugar. Boop. Bubbles. Flower. No, frick. Climax. No, puppy. And hope. Dang it. Frick. Okay, so I screwed up a little bit. Hi again, Joshua. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Joshua. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack! Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too! I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. It's easy, just manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. Into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Oh, no, wait, that's Sayori. Don't worry, guys. Joshua always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Yeah, it's because you're so lazy and don't clean up after yourself. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. Like, my gosh, woman, clean your room. Ain't no boy gonna wanna be with you if you can't clean your room. Gosh. And you almost set your house on fire once. Girl, you really need to get this together. Is that so? So, I've been walking to school here, but I've been cooking for her and cleaning her room. Alright. That's interesting. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Joshua can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you sling today, you know. Wait, Sayori. It sounded like C-3PO. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. And gosh darn it, I'm gonna rescue this situation. Hey, look, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute and sexy? I really hope my parents didn't just hear that. I really hope no one in my family has heard me say that. Because they will not know what I'm doing. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Only I throw it in the trash. No. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is running around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot! What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. Just like politics. No. How did you know anyway? Because you just said it like 5 minutes ago. I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it from the stack. I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Then Suki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. Hashtag relatable. Big mood. Big mood. I get a closer look at the box that she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. It probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible because I only watch the best anime, the cream of the crop, the Sword Art Online. If you're gonna judge... No, wait. Oh, sorry, that's not me. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Ooh, snap. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. Yes, you were. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Joshua. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact... Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking at animated feminine poses. Sounds like the beginning of this game that you guys didn't see. It's exceedingly moe or moe. I don't know what that means. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Interesting. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? My gosh, what are they watching out there? I can hear explosions in my room. They're like 200 feet away from me at least. Probably more. No, actually, probably less. Never mind. I'm sorry. They're not that far away. My house isn't that big. I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Ooh. Eh? Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't say that! No, don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. Oh, I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space, while she hopes I won't notice because she's madly in love with me, and I with her, and we'll be together forever. Anyway, I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school, just like this game. Typical slice of life affair. Just like this game well, I mean, I haven't been in a literature club with 4 cute girls, so I don't know. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Wow. Is this taking like hits up at visual novels? So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be the plot, anywhere? No. Well, obviously! You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at an ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen, oh boy. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Well, Natsuki gives me a little shove. I fall over on the ground, breaking my skull, and I die on the spot. No, I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. No correlation. Like I would never get into anything because it's in a manga. I mean, I got into killing people when I watched Death Note, so I'm never gonna be president. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Wow, assuming much? Wow. Meow. Still, all of the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Whoa. That's an interesting position there, buddy. And she's actually looks much younger here. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not! Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. You can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet. Makes me want to punch him in the makes me want to punch him in the face. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Trust me, in real life I know one of those people. Anyway, honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. Wow, okay. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. But what does that mean? Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. Uh-oh. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. That sounds like a lot of the characters in this game mixed together. Like M from Monica, Ori from Sayori, N from Natsuki, and I from Yuri. Minori. Anyway, you always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter! Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can't understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone! Huh? Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. You do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said... Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Huh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? God, that killed my throat even more. I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. I need to watch my Stranger Things. Can't read this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Nothing else. Just enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in the composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Oh, does this matter? Yeah, I think we go with Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Especially since we wrote it for her. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of staring in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to hope you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it. And Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Ho. I don't think that's true, buddy boy. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly is the title of the poem. Monkeys can climb. Oh no, I'll read it in her voice, I guess. Oh gosh, my ears are somewhere. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Wow, okay. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. Oh, true. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did... So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Oh, especially because I love her. No. Sayori next. Sure, let's just go in order now. Wait. This is a good poem, Joshua. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Joshua. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. To net in. Natsuki, I forgot her name for that. Right. Natsuki. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined, but she's not the full part. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? And there's another explosion for the TV. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Okay, I'm going to read this one in my voice because my throat is being torn up. Dear Sunshine is the title. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Same. Oh. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Not just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Yuri. Mamma mia. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. Oh, I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. Wait, right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It may take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. I mean, she liked it. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. Wait. Oh, whoops. I pressed settings. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. It says bathing, right? The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. Light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. No, it wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Joshua. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Okay. Not Monica. Show it to this chair. Hi, Joshua. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything... Sorry, I got a text. If you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright. I'll keep that in mind. Of course... Oh, no, wait, that's me. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Until I'm more settled in. That's better. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Joshua. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Oh my gosh. Friggin'... You ever have those embarrassing friends that they know things, personal things about your life, and then they text you about them at random intervals, like when you're recording a freaking video and you've been recording for an hour and I hit my closet door, gosh darn it. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'll deal with that later. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Joshua. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No! It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. Good! Heck yes. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. Okay, I'm just saying, this skirt is not practical. Like, what the frick? What is that blocking? Anyone that's over here and like the left would be able to see everything. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? I have. Maybe a long time ago. It actually was a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else may be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Oh, I hadn't read hers yet. Don't worry, I'm not very good. Yeah, everyone said that. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know, I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole, and it wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. You're not talking about me, are you? That's kind of creepy. So, what do you think? I think you're talking about me, like me on the me big boy on the other side of the screen. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That has a lot of poems that have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. Was it me? Was it me, like, outside the computer? Are you trying to get meta on me, like freaking Undertale? I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. Oh, frick. It's Undertale style, guys. Oh, crap. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Oh, boy. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. And, okay, phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I just made some weird noise in my mouth. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Joshua did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Joshua liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Joshua appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the only one whose boobs... Whoa. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Joshua started showing up. Natsuki. I'm just taking steroids. No, I know that's not how it works. Don't. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! Or I guess... I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Joshua! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Joshua. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Joshua? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... So I can do Natsuki, Yuri, or help me... I want to go with Natsuki. Yuri. You're really talented. Well... But Natsuki has a point. I think that... I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? She was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. It's always whining. It's my only voice for them. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Just headbanging over there. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that. Oh wait, barely audible. So thanks for noticing. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me, Joshua. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs. I didn't mean it, okay? They look lovely. No. Gosh, I really hope my family doesn't watch this episode. That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Wait, no. You're not. Sayori? I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. How long have I been recording this? Too long. The answer is too long. Especially you, Joshua. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room, so maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. That sounds stupid. That wasn't our voice. Joshua, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. Ooh. I nodded to myself with newfound determination. Joshua! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Joshua, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Oh, wait. I keep pressing settings by accident. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Why can't I be lovers with everyone else? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Wow, okay. Okay, bub. Okay! Yeah. Let's do this. But I'm going to have to stop it here. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's about an hour long, so I'm sorry for that. But I really do hope you liked it. I really do hope you enjoyed it. I apologize. And if you did enjoy it, please leave a like to let me know you liked it, or to let me know you enjoyed it. I keep saying like. Sorry, I got liking on the brain. You know, I like this person. I like that person. Anyway. Because I won't really know any other way. And if you did like this video and you want to see the other videos that I've done, just in general, I guess, they're on the channel. I was going to say on this game, but I've only done one, so whoops. And then if you have any ideas of what to do, please don't leave any spoilers, but you can leave stuff in the comments. Let me know how you feel about that, you know, this game, and if I picked the right person or not. And then you can hit the red subscribe button down below, or my logo should be on the screen right now, and you can click that as well. And those will both let you know when the next video on this comes out. But if you don't want to see another video right now, and it won't be this game because I've only made this one right at the moment as I'm recording this anyway. But there will be 2 other videos on this side of the logo, and you can check out one of those as well. I promise they're probably great and not as long as this one. So yeah, I guess we will hang out in the next video. Cool.